Brock Lesnar faces off against John Cena in a rematch for the World Heavyweight Championship, and I didn't like this match as much as their last one. Still wasn't bad, but uh, it just didn't have as much excitement behind it. I liked that John Cena took the fight more to Lesnar because they couldn't have just done the exact same thing again. That would have been boring. But I didn't like how they made him seem almost too strong in comparison. And I know that there was a lot of different reports going around that not John Cena, that Vince McMahon really wanted John Cena to look strong leading up to this and whatever. So he might have just panicked and been like, well, we can't make him look too bad that many times in a row or something. Maybe not, I don't know, but I think that they could have done this better, and they certainly could have done the ending better. I was not a huge fan of that. Rollins attacking Cena and Lesnar only winning or only retaining via DQ. Was it necessary if you're not going to fucking have a Brock Lesnar match at Hell in a Cell? Because now everything seems to be pointing toward John Cena versus Seth Rollins, and if that's to protect Brock Lesnar and to kind of make it seem like John Cena is going to have another match, fucking, I don't get the point. To me, this is just another example of weird booking on this pay-per-view, and probably not a whole lot of foresight, and probably not a willingness to sit down for an extra 10 minutes and think things over. So, lame ending to a decent match, not as good as SummerSlam, and I'm happy Brock Lesnar still has the title, so that's one positive. But what did you guys think about this? Are you annoyed about the ending? Was the ending the only way that they could go? Would you like to see another John Cena and Brock Lesnar match, or are you welcoming some kind of a weird Randy Orton, Seth Rollins thing that's going around now with Hell in a Cell?
Okay, so with how Raw played out, I do not like the ending of this match. If you're just going to do Brock Lesnar versus John Cena but are afraid to beat either one of them, don't do the fucking match. Simple as. It just seems pointless to me. I would have rather had a different main event. And as far as how the match played out, the quality wasn't as good. And I think when you have a backwards and forwards match with these two, unless there's some type of stipulation, it's going to be a drag. We've seen Brock Lesnar destroy Cena on two occasions, so you couldn't really do that again. And yeah, so they did what they had to do. I just really wish they'd gone with a different ending.
John, what do you think?
I for one, watched it. As we all did. And when Seth Rollins came out and was about to cash in, I'm not gonna lie, I was out of my seat. I was glued to the television, cheering Drew's guy on to win the belt. And yeah, didn't happen. So fuck John Cena for interrupting the cash in, and they should have let the cash in happen.
Peyton?
Yeah, it was a fine match. It wasn't anything great. I think it was the weakest of the matches these two have ever had, but I wasn't expecting this to be anything exceptional. I think this was just a filler. But just like Wago, seeing their direction they're going afterwards has made me even more sour on it. If this was leading to another match between the two of them at Hell in a Cell, and that was going to be where this was finally settled, then that would have been perfectly fine. You know, let John Cena get the advantage of this one, and then let Brock Lesnar just maul him in the Hell in a Cell. If this is just going to be some random John Cena versus some other guy match at Hell in a Cell, and Brock Lesnar's taking the night off, then fuck it. Brock Lesnar should have just freaking broke John Cena's arm that night. It's waste.
And it seems like we might have lost Drew here, but
let me do it.
this was a match.
This is a match. Chair.
Drew, do we have you back yet?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. My bad.
So, John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. What did you think about it?
It was a match. I didn't hate the ending as much as I think you guys did, or at least you and Wago did. I don't know what Sean Payton said, but I actually thought it was quite interesting. I still don't believe Seth Rollins will ever cash in on Lesnar, but they throw it out there that it's quite possible if someone's able to get Lesnar in a state where he can't get up. So I might just be, I don't know. It's like Edge being the ultimate opportunist. It's not a bad idea. So when it comes to the match, it's a step below SummerSlam, but I did like the ending and how everything played out.
Well, that rounds out Night of Champions, everybody. Woo for this pay-per-view.
God.
Oh, fuck.
We have part 11 coming up, Fantasy League trades and updates and standings, and then we've got our plugs and our outro, and then we will say see you later.